5 minutes to press time, or thereabouts. So we've got to change the introduction on this story and write a new headline on it.
I'll tell you what, let me rewrite the last paragraph in 5 lines.
The still image has never been more powerful. It preserves forever a finite fraction of that infinite time of the universe.
And if you've got the pictures of the Queen... They're very depressing pictures, I must say.
Isn't that very unusual for an editor to be involved in the rewriting of an article?
It's unusual for them to admit it.
Well, I think that I don't know. It seems to me that's part of... If the task of editing is to be anything, it is to edit text. If it's to sign expense sheets, I don't want to do it.
I personally would be prepared to go to prison, although no doubt some people would say that's mock heroics.
The production is superb today. We're well ahead. Everything is set. Everybody who we wanted to comment has said no, and we'll say that on the front page. And in the meantime, I must get on with it.
I just don't remember Harry having that sort of posh accent in that film. It was kind of amazing to see. Okay, so of course there were few people who loved working in a newsroom more than Harry. The wordsmithing, the collaboration, the collegiality, he just loved every bit of it. And he also loved meeting with and speaking to young, aspiring journalists who flowed through our kitchen in Manhattan and usually left laden with his books. And at Truth Tellers, we continue that mentorship with what we call our Bootstrappers program for 60 young journalists. They're all here today to network with all of you big shots, and I hope that you'll talk to them whenever they come upon you. And tomorrow morning, they'll benefit from a mentoring session at Reuters with their top investigative editors. So crucially, we started a fund in Harry's name to support the Harrys of the future with an annual investigative journalism fellowship that provides promising young talent the opportunity to be mentored by top hands at Reuters and tap into the brilliant faculty at Durham University, Harry's alma mater. And I tell you, it's really extraordinary to read through the huge torrent of fellowship applications that come in from all over the world, from young reporters who are trying to hold power to account. It is the most heartening index of how thriving the spirit of investigative journalism is in the generation that supposedly, only cares about what is on TikTok. A refrain amongst so many candidates is the lack of professional guidance that they have from working just alone with their screens. They want to be mentored. They want to be attached to veterans who have the contacts and learn the tricks of the trade and the experience of how to run through walls. So the fellowship came to be thanks to the generosity of Thomson Reuters chairman, David Thompson, Reuters, and supportive friends like Sir Howard and Lady Stringer, Andrew Lack, the Mortimer B. Zuckerman Foundation, and the Diller von Furstenberg Family Foundation, and many others who've contributed to the fund for the fellowship. 3 Sir Harry Evans Fellows have now gone forth into the world fired up to do battle for the truth. One of them, I think, who's here, actually in our first fellow, who was part of a Pulitzer Prize-winning team at Reuters. So it was just like, boom, out of the box, a total hit. Waylon Cunningham from Texas. And I now turn it over to our my co-host, Alessandra Galloni, to tell you about the success of those fellows, and then you'll meet the latest one, whose name Ali will announce. Thank you.
Thank you, Tina. Well, we certainly all agree that we need more Harrys in this world, and our first 3 Sir Harry Evans fellows in investigative journalism have been just that. They are just that. Pete McKenzie, Rosa Furneaux. Oh, there they are. Pete McKenzie, Rosa Furneaux, and Waylon Cunningham, who, as you said, right out of the gate in 2024, won a Pulitzer as part of a team. I saw you before, Waylon. You were there as part of a team reporting on Elon Musk's business. So it is my great pleasure to announce that today applications for the 2027 fellowship have just opened. So if you all know of a young career reporter who wants to sink their teeth into investigative journalism at Reuters for 6 or 9 months, please do encourage them to apply. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce the current Sir Harry Fellow, Nandhini Srinivasan, who is working, she's learning, she's adding her own talents to our data team currently based in Delhi. And let me tell you that if you all knew the hoops that she had to jump through to get here today, she's just come straight from the airport, you would understand what a force of nature she is already. So it is my great pleasure to introduce Nandhini.
Oh God, that's a lot of eyeballs. On a hot, arid day in 2019 in Tamil Nadu, outside a small town called Krishnagiri, I fell in love with journalism for the first time. It was when I realized what journalism could truly mean for someone other than me. I was at a Sri Lankan Tamil refugee camp with a group of students who didn't speak Tamil, so I was their guide and translator for the day. But what can you translate when a woman holds your hands and cries because she hasn't seen her daughter in years? What can you say when she tells you about how she had to flee her country during civil war, that she has no home to return to, but no place to belong here? What do you do when she thanks you for being there to listen, for bearing witness? Over the past few years, I have kept coming back to the same questions. What does it mean to be a journalist? And what kind of journalist do I want to be? The same questions I imagine Sir Harry asked himself when he was first starting out. I think of my peers, young people, who walk in with the determination to make big changes, but who leave this industry disillusioned by a lack of opportunity, burned out, or pushed out. I think of my colleagues mercilessly targeted and killed with impunity in Gaza, Lebanon, Sudan, Ukraine, Mexico, and across the globe. In several countries, including India, our media organizations have become mouthpieces for those with money and power. In this climate, not many organizations want to invest in the media, and those who do are happy to wield it as a weapon. And the future depends on how we choose to respond to this, with shrinking and exclusion, or with diversity and expansion. That's why I am forever grateful to Tina Brown, Reuters, and Durham University for this incredible opportunity, specifically for early career journalists. Here, I get to do what I love. I learn from the best of the best, and I'm telling the stories of people who are usually ignored. I am now working alongside the very people who inspired me to be a journalist in the first place. For years, they were life-altering figures in my head. Today, they're advising me on how to make a story come to life. I hope this fellowship will continue for decades after me and allow other young journalists to speak truth to power. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well done. So well done. She is so good, you have no idea. What an investigative journalist. Like, too short a time to tell you about what she's done, but she is unanimous choice of the judges on it. It was just Nandhini, and we all just voted for her immediately. So now we adjourn for some lunch, come back here for 2:45, and we all have a great deal to talk about. So thank you.